city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And that'll carry over the back. Fly to the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on first down, Drake again. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Drake. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Now Murray off play action. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now Rodgers. He's got Lewis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
The 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 48 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Completes it to Fitzgerald. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Cardinals.
Set, hut. Now the wolf. 42 is the mark. 6.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 25-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
7-7.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. And he finds Fitzgerald. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the Packers.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Murray. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. They run. It's Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers now on 1st down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
It's 3rd and 1.
319. Hey, that's good. Easy.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Check 52. You draw Porter.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Hassan Reddick, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
You can't block me.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking deep. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
Oh, it's fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
18. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Right.
They'll go again to Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. To throw, it's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the 1-yard line.
run back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Got to do better.
Hey, 88.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Topper.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
He wasn't ready.
Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Extra point try now for Crosby. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Go.
43. Check, 43. All day, just like that. Just like
White left. Check 49.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Inside.
check 59. Mike is 59.
On play action, now Rodgers. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All day, dog.
Now Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Murray to throw. This complete to the tight end Clay. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
26.
Jim. 43.
One final try now for Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
At the 33-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.